Cheryl. I wanted to do a quick video about my collection of Frixion pens and stamps. My friend just returned from a trip to Japan and she brought me back some of these really exciting stamps that I've been looking for all over the place. They're the Frixion stamps that have little icons and they are erasable. So these were the 5 that she picked up for me. I'm pretty excited about them and want to try them out on video. What I've got in front of me here is a Moleskine, an old one, a Moleskine agenda. I think it's a yearly one and I've just kind of written in it and made some notes. So the first one here is number 52. It's a yellow color and the stamp is just a plain star. It's pretty nice. The stamp quality is pretty good. It looks kind of, it's not very even, but I think I'm still pretty happy with it. Here's the light blue stamp. It's got a book and a little pencil on it. That one I think I stamped a little bit too hard. So with a light hand, it can look a lot better. Pink one, and it's cute champagne glasses clinking, maybe for a celebration. It's just really lightly, looks pretty good. Number 9, and it's an exclamation mark. I think it takes a little bit of practice still, trying to work it out so that they're not smudgy like this one right here, but still pretty even toned when you stamp it out. Is the green one, 06, and it's a 4-leaf clover. These are just the 5 that I have now. And I'll show you how they erase. The ink needs to dry a bit more before it can erase properly. There's a little bit of film. Do have some smudging happening. So I guess it's better to let them dry for a good 5 to maybe even 10 minutes so that the smudging doesn't happen. Overall though, I'm still really pleased with the fact that I have these now, and I'm looking at any other ones that I want to collect. I also really enjoy using the Frixion brand pens for my agenda or other writing, the daily writing like note-taking or journaling. I enjoy using these Frixion ones. This one is one of my oldest Frixion pens. I like that you can refill and put new ink into these. This one actually is black on the outside, but I've refilled it with the blue ink on the inside. So I like writing with the 0.4. 0.5 is not my preferred. These are also 0.5. This is the clickable version, while this has the pen cap. I think I prefer the clickable version over these ones with the lid because when you open this up and you put the lid on to write, you have to remove the lid before you can erase again, which is a little bit annoying when you're writing or note-taking quickly. I think of all of these pens, my most preferred style is the 0.38 Frixion that are clickable. So this is quite interesting because they have a really cute little hook that you can still put onto the side of your notebook or agenda, but it's really compact and slim. That's why it's called Frixion Ball Slim. The only downside to these type of pens is that the ink inside, the refill ink, is really tiny. So when we take this out, the amount of ink in a tube like this is considerably less than something that would be in the 0.5 refillable or even 0.4 style cap pen. Here are all of the colors that I've written out in 3 different sizes that I have currently in the blue ink, and then the colors of pens that I have. They're all nice, and there's not too much skipping in this type of pen. And you can see here there's not much of a difference between the 0.38, 0.4 size pens. 0.5 you can tell a little bit bigger difference in the boldness of the writing. I stamped these maybe 5 minutes ago, and you can see that if I rub on it now, there's nothing that's coming off. I'm just going to take, again, my Frixion stamp. The eraser is this portion right here. You can kind of see that it's a little bit rubberized in comparison to the shiny plastic. So let's take this and try to erase. It's pretty easy to erase. You're not going to see much wear on the side of the eraser. In terms of erasing, there's a little bit of residue left. I could probably write over that or just go in and erase it a little bit more. You can also erase using the eraser on the pens. I think overall the grip of a pen is easier to work with. So in comparison, you have a little bit more to work with in terms of size. Erasing the pen is kind of the same. Through heat, the ink will start kind of magically disappear. And there's actually not too much residue from the eraser. I think it's not supposed to have any residue at all, but I kind of just, by habit, like to brush it away. I think I put a lot of pressure when I'm writing, so you can see the indentation of where I wrote, but the ink is actually not on there anymore. In terms of bleed through, there's not much. With the stamps, it's actually a little bit of shadowing. But once the stamps have been erased, you can't really see anything at all. I think it's acceptable for journaling or writing in an agenda to have this level of shadowing. Maybe it's just also the paper that's used in the moleskin. I think the Frixion pens are actually quite a good choice. So I hope you enjoyed the overview of the Frixion pen collection, pen and stamp collection that I have. I'll try to use these in a future plan with me so you can see how they work in my agenda. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.